Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I know my weekend was great because on Saturday, y'all, I slept the majority of the day, and it felt so good to be able to do that because it's been a long time since I've been able to. I'm sorry, y'all, my jacket is all jacked up. It's been a long time since I've been able to just sleep in. And so it felt good to do absolutely nothing for no reason at all. Sunday was great. I didn't make it to the first service because I was just too daggone tired, y'all. I couldn't do it. But I did make it to the second service, and honey, the service was so awesome. I would encourage you to check out Metropolitan Baptist Church on Facebook. You can catch the recorded service. Both services actually are on there, so I would encourage you to go do that. I will try to leave a link for that group on in the description box for you, so you don't have to go searching for it. And let's see, so this morning's workout I should say, was actually great. My right knee was not feeling so well today, and so instead of doing 3 sets in the squat rack and then 3 sets on the hack squat machine, I just did my whole workout on the hack squat. But then I'm thinking about it, I probably should just went in the squat rack, and it might have felt a little bit better. I don't know, but it is what it is. I made it through the workout, and it was good nonetheless. And I tried this machine. It's not new, it's new to me, but it's been there, and I think it's called iFit. It's kind of like a treadmill, but y'all, when I tell you, that machine was no daggone joke. It was kind of rough, but I like it, and so I love a challenge, so I will definitely get on that machine again on Wednesday and probably again on Friday. And I love the fact that you can put in, there's different things that you can select in terms of programs for that machine, and so I really, really love this. So I chose the weight loss option, and then it gives you you get a choice of easy or hard. Heck, both of them were hard, so it didn't really matter. I selected easy, but that was still hard, so because it does some inclining, and it starts you off at a speed of like 3.5 miles an hour or something. So I was like, you know what, well, let's dial it back a little bit, dial it on back. So I dialed it back to 2.5. That was still a little bit too much for this morning, and because like I said, it inclined me all the way up to like 10, I think it was, and then it would come back down to 5, and then of course when you got to the end, there was no incline at all. So I will be on that machine again. And a guy that goes to my gym, we're friends on Facebook, actually uses it, and he had mentioned, I said I was going to try it out, so I did, and I'll be back again. So today's car conversation is how to say no and not feel bad about it. Now you might be thinking, Michelle, who in the world has that problem? But you would be surprised at how many people actually have a hard time saying no and not feeling bad about it. And I can honestly say I was that person at one time. I was that person that I hated saying no to my church members because it would eat away at me. And it was like, well, you're doing it for God, and you don't feel like it, you probably should have just said yes. And so I would just always say yes to stuff, working on committees that I really didn't want to work on, or taking on projects that my heart wasn't really in it, but I knew that they needed somebody to work on it. So when I was asked, I was like, yes. Because also the other thinking sometimes is that, well, if people didn't really want me to work on this project or whatever it is, they wouldn't have asked. So there must be something special about me. So of course I'm going to say yes. And then one day the light bulb went off. Reverend Adrian was preaching, and she talked about how it's okay to say no. She said, if somebody's asking you to do something and your heart is not in it, it's all right to say no. It is all right to tell people no and be okay with it. And so I had to get to that place where I could comfortably do that. And so now, honey, I'll say no in a heartbeat. Michelle, can you? No, I can't. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the wherewithal. I don't even have the caring ability to do it. Whatever the case may be. And I can just say no, and I'm all right with that. I really, really am. But like I said, I had to get to that place where I was okay with saying no and it didn't bother me. See, I realized too, when I said no to things, I think it bothered me more than the person that I said no to. I really do believe that. And so I just want to encourage you to do that as well. Like I said, if your heart isn't in something, if it's not something that you truly want to do, say no and be okay with it. Be okay with it, because what you have to do is tell yourself, I'm not going to do this. Now, let me say this. You don't have to give yourself a whole dissertation about why, or the other person either, to be honest with you. But you can just say to yourself, Michelle, you're going to say no, or Mary, Martha, whatever your name may be. I'm saying no because I really don't have the time to do this. I'm saying no because my heart just really isn't in it. I'm saying no because it's not something that I truly care about. Not that, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes you just really don't care about certain things. Like, I'm not one of these, people that cares about, excuse me, y'all, my sinuses are draining. I'm not one of these people that cares about, let's say, what day of the week the trash is collected. And so if you said to me, hey, Michelle, we're going to go and we're going to pick it because our trash is picked up on Tuesdays and we need it to be picked up on Mondays. Well, or let me better yet, our trash pickup now is 1 day a week. There was a time when trash pickup was 2 days a week. And so now that is not the case. It is only 1 day a week. And someone could say, well, Michelle, I like when trash pickup was 2 days a week. So we want to encourage you to come on out and protest with us so we can get trash removal 2 days a week again. Well, I don't really care about that. To be honest with you, I truly don't. So the chances of me joining your little picket group, slim to none. And I'm okay with saying no. I'm okay with it because, again, that's just not something that I'm really interested in. 1 day a week is fine with me. I don't care about the 2 days a week. I really, really don't. So I said all that to say this. When people ask you to do something, if it's something that you really don't want to do, something that you really don't have a heart for, just say no. And you can't worry about whether or not that person's going to get mad at you, whether or not they're going to dislike you, they're going to stop speaking to you. That's not your business. And it really isn't something that you need to concern yourself with. If they decide they're going to stop talking to you, oh well. And what? Because what happens is when you, is when you say yes and you really don't feel like doing it, you just do yourself a disservice. I mean, you really do. Because you're taking on one or two more things that you really don't have the time for, nor the energy, nor even the interest. So it's okay to say no. It really is. And I promise you, the more you say no, the better you'll get at it. It's going to take a little time, but just start saying no to little things. Now, I'm not saying say no just to be spiteful to people, because there's a difference. There is a difference, okay? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if it's something that you truly are not feeling, then it's all right to say no and start doing it. And again, you can't worry about what people think about you, how they feel about you. If they don't like you, so what? There are other people that like you and you like yourself, so you can't worry about that. If every time I said no, I worried about whether or not somebody liked me, child, I would have a full head of gray hair. But I don't. I mean, I have my little edges of gray, but I don't have a full head of gray hair. You know why? Because I don't care. I really do not care. There's not many things in life that I can say I don't care about, but that's one of them. It's about me keeping my sanity. And so I just believe, especially in the church, I just believe that God does not want us running around saying yes to stuff just because someone in the church asked you to work on a committee or take on a project and your heart's not in it. I really don't believe that he wants us to do that at all. So it's all right to say no. So hopefully this video is for somebody. I don't know who, but if someone has asked you to do something or take on something and you really don't want to do it, say no. If you truly don't want to do it, say no. And if you don't know how to say no, you let me know and I'll say no for you. Okay? Because we have to stop doing it. This is a new year. We're going to stop saying yes to things that we don't really want to be a part of, period. And there's nothing, I'm going to tell you something, even if you said, well, Michelle, I'll pay you to do X, Y, Z. If it's not something that I really want to do, my answer's still going to be no. Because see, now I'm selling myself short. I'm doing it just for the money, and my heart isn't in it. And there's certain things that anytime I do it, my heart has to be all in, or I'm just not going to do it. You know, that's just me. And it doesn't matter how much money you offer me. I can't do it. I really can. And so I just want to encourage you guys to stop saying yes when you're in your heart and in your mind you're saying no. Have you ever said yes to something, or someone says, who would like to volunteer for this committee, and your hand goes up, but your head and your heart is saying, what is wrong with you? Put your hand down. Put it down. You know, but it's too late because your hand was up and the person said, great, I got you down for this committee. I've done that before. And it's like, and then I kick myself and I'm like, Michelle, why did you say that? Why did you say, yeah, you know, daggone well, your head was hollering no. Why would you put your hand up? Do it again. So, you know, it happens. It does happen. But like I said, now I am so comfortable with saying no. Honey, I'll say no in a minute. I will say no in a minute, in a hot flashing minute. And it's all right if you don't like it. It doesn't bother me, not one bit, because I have to do things for me. Okay? And besides, like I said, my heart's not in it. I'm not going to do it anyway, because then it's just a waste of time. It really is. And God doesn't get the glory out of it. So I would rather just save those things that I'm not interested in for somebody else, because there's always going to be someone else that's interested in doing what you say no to. See, what you say no to, somebody else will say yes to eventually. But you know, it is what it is. I'm going to share this one last thing with you, and I'm going to let you be, because I'm on my way to my sister's. I forgot to tell y'all that because it's Monday, so you know I telework. But I'm going to my sister's and sit with Dad today. He's doing much, much, much better every week. He gets better than the week before. And so, you know, he can be by himself for a while now. And if he needs to get up and go to the bathroom, he can do all of that stuff, make him a cup of coffee, that kind of stuff. So he's coming together. He has physical therapy this afternoon. So I'll use my lunch hour to take him over to physical therapy for an hour, come on back and finish my work day. But I was going to say to you, we had a women's ministry meeting at church. I'll never forget this. And my mom and I actually hadn't planned on going at all. But then at the last minute, we were like, yeah, okay, let's go. Get to the meeting, and I get the agenda for the meeting. And guess who's on the agenda? My mom and I. And we looked at each other and just fell out laughing, because I was like, okay, we weren't even coming. How does one put you down on an agenda and they don't even know if you're coming or not? Now, granted, I could have said, no, won't be doing that, because I think we were down for the prayer, and I was down for reading a scripture, and my mom was down for doing the prayer. And we both could have said no, because my thing is, you didn't ask me ahead of time. Number one, you didn't even know I was coming, because honestly, I wasn't coming. I had just decided that morning when I got up, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead. And my mom was like, okay, yeah, let's go on, because you never know what they're going to be talking about. So we went, but our names were on the agenda, so it was already decided. And then it was already decided that we were going to do those things. So I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and she was like, oh, yeah, I put y'all down. And so that's just how it is sometimes in church. People will just automatically put you down for stuff, even though they haven't even asked you and didn't even know you were coming. Just like with our Second Chance ministry, which was what at one time was called our prison ministry. I think I shared that with you guys before. Right before the Servant Sunday, I was talking to somebody in the hallway outside of the sanctuary. Reverend Wood walked by. He said, hey, he always calls me Michelob. I don't know why, because I don't drink. He said, hey, Michelob, I put you down for the Second Chance ministry. Now, mind you, when he asked me about it about a month earlier, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll think about it. But that's usually my polite way of saying, no, I'm not going to do it. I just don't want to tell you no at that time. And so I said, okay, yeah, I'll think about it. I never got back to him, because honestly, I hadn't thought about it, because I knew I didn't want to do it. And in hindsight, I should have just said no. But anyway, he said, hey, I just want you to know I put you down as giving leadership to the Second Chance ministry. And I said, oh, okay, because, I was talking. And then after I finished talking, I said, wait a minute, hold up. What the heck did I just say okay to? So, but by then it was too late to ask him to get clear on what it was I said okay to, because he was already up at the pulpit. And then when we got to the portion of the service where they announced the ministry leaders, my name was called, and I thought, okay, yeah, that's what I said yes to. And of course, I had this look of sheer confusion on my face, because I didn't really want to do it, but at the same time, I knew that they didn't have anybody else to give leadership to it, and it was something that we wanted to bring back to the forefront, if you will. And I think there's a need for, excuse me guys, my sinuses are draining. I think there's a need for it. And so at this point, we're just trying to figure out how best to make this ministry work, what is going to be our focus. And I know that we're working with a group here in PG County that's looking for mentors. And so if you're interested in becoming a mentor to someone who has, served their time, and it just would be following up with them, I think a couple of times a week. It doesn't have to be a whole hour or two or all day. You can just pick up the phone, give them a call and say, hey, just checking to see how things are going and to see if they need anything. Sort of like a friend, if you will, but more, well, a mentor and a friend. I'm going to say that because over time, that's what it can be. I have not signed up to do the training for that because, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to figure out where am I going to have time to fit that in. And that's another thing. I don't mind giving leadership to the ministry, but I don't know about, trying to sign up to mentor anybody, because my plate is just full right now. It really, really is. So, matter of fact, as I said that, I need to talk to Reverend Brenda to see if we can't have a meeting on a Saturday, because when you have food, people will come to talk about that, and let's really, get that thing moving, because we do have a couple of people that have done the training, and so they're off and running, but I know that they really need more people to come on board to become mentors. So that's something I have to think about. But anyway, I have arrived at my destination, and I just want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back, and guess what? There's nothing you can do about it, so don't even try it, okay? Don't. Now, if you have not, I'm going to link it in the description box. If you have not watched my peach cobbler video, please be sure to check that out, you guys. I had a lot of fun doing that video, and so I ordered 2 new pans, because what I have is, I think if you watched my last Catch Up With Me video, I have this conventional burner or something you call it, where you just plug it in and you can cook right on top of it. I couldn't get it to work, so I thought, oh, this thing is broken. But one of my friends at church, Antoine, he said, no, it's not broken. You need the right pan. And the pan that I need has to be, it'll say it's for that cooking plate. So I did go to Amazon. I ordered 2 plates. It was like $53, almost $54 for a skillet and a saucepan. So those will be here on tomorrow. So y'all, I'm thinking this Sunday, well, I don't know, because I have an event at church with the women's ministry on Saturday. Sunday, I'm having a working lunch. Yeah, let me think about that. I may have to do it next week. So I think next week I'm going to be doing some fried potatoes for you guys, okay? So y'all be watching out for that video. And I always tell people that I can't excuse me. I always tell people that I can't cook. I pretend to be able to cook. Some things I try turn out right, some things they don't. And people are like, oh, but you can work on it, because I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to learn how to cook. At this stage, late stage in the game, I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40. I'm not interested in learning how to cook, but I can fix a few things, so I will never starve. Let me say that. I won't starve. As a matter of fact, in the back seat, I have my lunch. I have my baked cod, my mixed vegetables, my avocado slices, and then for my snack, I have my salad with my tuna and raisins in it. So trust me, I am not gonna starve, okay? But that real cooking stuff, I'll save that. That's just not for me. I'm not interested. but I eat well though. So again, thank you guys so much. I love you all so much. You just have no idea how much I really love you guys. And those of you that support my channel, thank you. To my newest subscribers, again, thank you as well. Be sure to check out my playlist because I have tons of videos on here. Everything from coaching and motivation to car vlogs to cooking, you name it, it's on here. So just, make sure you check out my videos. And if there is a car conversation that you want me to talk about, please be sure to let me know. See, I come up with these things because it might be something that I heard somebody say or something of that nature, and this is how I come up with my car conversation topics. So if there's something that you want me to talk about, be sure to reach out to me, let me know, and let's see how we can make that happen. Until next time, you guys stay the awesome people that you are, and I want to wish you a prosperous and blessed week. Go out there, do big things because you deserve it. Remember, we're thinking big, we're doing big things, and we are just going to achieve greatness in 2019. Until next time, take care.